Alright guys, early Sunday morning I'm going to do a little Portuguese soup here. I got a big 60 quart pan here, so it should all fit in there. I'll show you what I got going on. I got some of the bunches of this kale. Now this stuff's going to render right down. I got to rinse it all off and clean it. A couple of heads of lettuce to give it the greens. I got some red potatoes. I won't use all of them, I'll use some of them. Onions, carrots, celery. Right. And then I also got some red kidney beans, 3 cans of red kidney beans, a couple of cans of black. And I got this white hominy. Now, this is something that I'm adding. I like white hominy. I'll put some of them in there. And I also got 3 cans of the diced tomatoes to give it a base. You know, garlic and red hot peppers if I want to kick it up a little bit. For the meat, what we're going to use is, I got this big piece of chuck. We're going to put that in there and cook that for a while, render that all down, that meat. It's what, 5.5 pounds of meat there. That's a big piece. I'm going to throw that in the pan and let that cook for an hour or so, and that'll all break up. That'll be like the, you know, the base. Then I got some hamburger. I'm going to cook that up in the pan, you know, render that all down, cook that up. We'll throw that in there. Then I got this ground linguiça, which is 3 packets. It's about a pound a piece there, ground linguiça. And then I got 3 packets of this hot Portuguese cerise. Now this stuff's already pre-cooked. This stuff's pre-cooked. The beans are pre-cooked. You know, it's all gonna go right in there. So I'm gonna have to do it in steps. But the first thing I'm gonna do is throw this meat in here with some water. I mean, it's probably, you know, 2 inches thick there. Nice piece of chuck meat. That's gonna make a Portuguese soup. Now, I got a lot going on here. Make a big pan, and I'll give some to my kid, and I'll freeze the rest. That's usually how I do it, and then I got a bunch of meals for a while. How a real working men cook series. I'll give you some shots as I go. Oh yeah, next level. Put some water in there and let that chooch. Alright guys, I got some water in there. I got it covered about 1 inch or so, and just let it rock and roll for a while. We'll put it on high. And we'll just let it go. Alright guys, so I moved the pan here over to the side here, and this way here I could use this pan for prepping the hamburger. So we'll get that thing going. We'll give that thing a good run for its money there, and let that all render down good, and I'll take all the bones out of it and we'll start adding the stuff. In the meantime, I'll prep all this stuff, get this stuff ready to rock and roll. It's gonna be a full pan, mama. Oh yeah. And she's chooching, mama. Probably shut that back one off. I'll shut that back one off and just use the front here. Yeah! I want to take all that the bone and stuff out of that meat, and I'll cut it up, and then we'll start in a little bit, but I'm gonna give it some time. Some cook time. Down a little bit. Alright guys, I'm gonna render down all this hamburger. It's all gonna go get rendered down. Just going to kind of make sure that I, you know, get it in small pieces, because it's all going to go in the soup anyway, so. I turned the fan down so I don't blast you guys out, but it's ready to go. That's ready to go. Throw that right in the pot. Throw that right in the pot. Fat and all, mama. Give it the old gun. I can pull that meat out of there, cut it all up, and throw it back in. We'll be ready to rock and roll. Let that meat cook a little bit longer until it starts falling apart. Alright guys, I got the chuck meat all out here. I'm gonna chop this all up into small pieces, but you know the bones fell right off it, and get all the bones out of it. I'll give this to the dog. And I'll chop up all that stuff in small pieces. That's all gonna go in there. Starting to build the soup, mama. I did add some more water to it. And we'll start building it. Okay, so I got it all cleaned. There's a little bit of gristle and the bone. I'll give the bone to the baby dog. But you know, this way here we're not gonna worry about the bones. So it's gonna go in there. The meat's gonna go in there next. I got a bunch of stuff already cut up, but I'm kind of prepping it as I go here. Alright guys, next I'm gonna throw the chunk of meat in there. I got the hot chorizo and 3 containers of linguiça. I'm going to throw that in there. I did add some more water. I'm going to throw the chunk meat in there. I cut it all up, small pieces. Hot chorizo going in. 1 thing of linguiça going in. 2nd pound of linguiça going in. Third pound of linguiça going in. I'm starting to build the soup, mama. Starting to build the soup. Alright guys, I got some onions cut up here, some celery, and some carrots. I'm going to put in now. It's going in now. Alright, so I'll put the onions in. Celery. And carrots. I'll put the potatoes and the rest of the stuff in at the end. We'll bring this up to a boil, and we'll let it simmer for a while. Cover it. Give it some time. I'll put some seasoning in there now. Some pepper, black pepper. Pink salt. We'll give it some Memphis booty rub. I did add some more water to it, bring it up to a chooch. Alright guys, next I got the hominy, which I like. You don't have to use that if you don't want. I got potatoes, and the diced tomatoes are going to go in. And I also got some garlic and some hot sauce, hot peppers to kick it up. That's going to go in there next. Then I'm going to do the cabbage, cut the cabbage up, and I'll throw the cabbage, the beans, and the kale in at the last time. This is probably going to go in next. It'll take a little time to cook, but let me get that in there. Alright, next going in is the hominy. 3 cans of diced tomatoes. 1. 2. 3. 4. Red potatoes going in. Gonna be a full pot, mama. Oh yeah, next level. Garlic and hot sauce going in. Gonna be a full pot, I'll tell you that much. Give me 1 big panella of soup. 1 big panella of soup. That's what we want. Only thing left is the beans, and we're getting close here. We're getting close, mama. I gotta cut this up next. Alright guys, I got the outer pieces of the cabbage. It's gonna take a little while for this to render down too, so I'm gonna throw that in now. You know, the inner parts of the cabbage. The inner parts of the cabbage I got here. I'll cut that up for the chickens in the morning for their feed. Throw it in their feed. You know, the hard inner parts, I didn't throw that in there. That's chicken food for tomorrow. All the scraps that I cut off, you know, all going in there, everything. You know, these are all the scraps. Everything's going to be reused. Tomorrow the chickens will eat it. Might need a bigger pan, I don't know. Might need a bigger pan. This stuff's just going to render down and be nothing to it, so I'm not too worried about this stuff. Last thing to put in would be the beans. The beans and the kale at the end, because they're already basically, you know, the kale ain't gonna take no time to render down. And if I gotta thicken it up, I'll throw a couple of things of rice pilaf in there, thicken it up if I want. I'll do that too. So it's gonna, we'll let this render for a while. Oh yeah. In the meantime, I'm going to start cleaning all this stuff up, get this ready to go in. That'll render down to like practically nothing. Alright guys, I got a couple of tubs of the kale. I got the red kidney beans, three big cans, and 2 cans of the black beans. Then that will go in as soon as the carrots are done. I got to keep checking on it. When the carrots are done, we'll throw all this stuff in. And I got a bucket. I'll cut all this stuff up tomorrow for the chickens. I got that food processor right there. Chop that stuff right up in no time for the throw it right in the chicken food tomorrow. The stems from the kale. We'll reuse all that stuff tomorrow. As soon as the carrots are done, I've been stirring it. I just checked on them. As soon as the carrots are done, we'll throw the rest in. It's gonna be a full pot, but it's not a problem. I'll freeze some, give some to my kid, and not an issue. Smell the goodness. Smell the goodness. Oh yeah! Smell the goodness. Just gotta make sure the carrots are done. We're getting close to it, you know. Yeah, it's pretty good. We're gonna cook the rest of the stuff for a little while, so. Alright, the red kidney beans going in. Black beans going in. This stuff here will all render down. The stuff will render down to nothing. Kale. I've got 2 tubs of it here, so. Smell the goodness. Really smells good. Like I said, this stuff's all going to render down to nothing. You watch. And get the stuff in, get the cover on, and let it chooch for a while. Portuguese soup, mama. Well, I told my kid that, you know, I'm going to have some Portuguese soup. She's all psyched because she likes this stuff. I have a bunch of leftovers. That's what I want. This will be good meals for a long time. We'll let this render. Let it chooch, mama. Let it chooch. O'clock. I started around 4:30. Started prepping the stuff around 4:30. Put the meat in there and let it chunk meat. So it was definitely a process. You know, you got to go through and put certain things in at first and cook it for a while and prep the other stuff and add it. It's a process, but it'll be worth it when it's done. Smell the goodness, mama. It's a nice pan, nice thick bottom on it. I mean, see, the potatoes are still intact and stuff. It's cooking just right. You got to add certain things as you go. You know, you can't throw it all in there because some stuff don't need to be cooked as long as others. Let it go a little bit longer. I mean, it's a nice soup. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Smell the goodness. Yum. Probably turn it down a little bit. Let it simmer. Just let it chooch. 11 o'clock. Probably let it go for another 45 minutes maybe or so. We'll see. The carrots are done. Potatoes are done. You know, you don't want to cook it too long to the potatoes to, you know, fall apart. So it's pretty close to being done deal right there. That's a soup right there. That's a Portuguese soup, mama. I'm gonna shut it off and let it cool right there. I don't want to overcook it. Yeah, I'm thinking it's done right there. I don't want to overcook it. We'll shut it off and we'll cover it and let it just render. I mean, it's a done deal. We'll let it sit and we'll get a bowl together once it cools down, but it's done. 11 o'clock. So when did I start at 4:30? 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's a lot of good chooch right there, Mama. A lot of good chooch. That's good eating right there. Yum! Well, guys, this is real Portuguese soup here. That's the real deal, Mama. I got myself some bread here too. Alright guys, real Portuguese soup here. Here you go. Yum! Could have a lot of kale and stuff in there for Portuguese soup. Alright guys, here we go. Good stuff. Alright guys, I dipped the bread in there. Yum. I did put a lot of kale in this thing. I mean, a lot of kale. That's what it's all about, you know? That's what Portuguese soup's all about, kale and dunk the bread in a juice. Yum! Good stuff, man. Now this is healthy soup right here. You want some? You want some soup? You're doing a tongue action. Are you doing a tongue action? You want some soup? Huh? You want some soup? Oh, yeah, you're doing a tongue action. You want some soup? I'll give you some. You want some? You want to lick the bowl? You want to lick the bowl? Dog licks the soup. Gotta be good then, huh? How is it? I don't know, my bowl was yummy. Yeah, my bowl was yummy.